Hello, my beautiful collective. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Lotus, Lotus the Sage. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we're looking into, as the title says, some good news. Urgent delivery from the universe. We have a whole bunch of trinkets on this board today. We are doing some live shuffling with the tarot, two separate tarot decks, the Light Seers Tarot and the Pulp Tarot. We're looking into the angel cards. We'll get some angel numbers. We have each bag has a little bit of charms and etc. This will be a fun read. Hopefully not too long also. So for pile 1, of course, this is your bag over here. Pile 2, this is for you guys over here. And pile 3, that's for you guys. Okay, my loves, I'll see you at your choice. Welcome, my beautiful pile 1s. So let me give you the lowdown of how we're going to go into this reading. So as I normally do, I always do a trial reading for myself a couple of times to make sure I understand the flow of how they want to deliver the messages. So for today, how the messages were delivered to me, and I'm going to use the same context for all of you today. The first part is kind of going to be your piled check-in. So what has come up, or what will be coming up, is more than likely past energies of what's been going on or what area of your life that the good news will be coming in for. So we're looking into what's been going on in your life, past energies, why it's going to be good news for you because of the situation, obviously, and then we'll get into some more details, of course. So I hope that's clear. We're going to flip over the color prism tarot with the tea leaf cards, letting us get an idea of the emotions or the energies about this past energy, and then we'll look at the tarot cards for some more details. All right, folks, let's get started. So what do we got for pile 1? We have consciousness, faith, ear, good news, we have vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you, frustration, fire, strong emotion, passion, love, or hate, and comfort. Don't ask me why I pulled it in such a strange order. So pile 1, what I'm feeling first, the first energy I received anyways, what I'm feeling first, like I said, sorry, it feels like either there was an evolution, an awakening of some kind, being privy to a particular set of information, knowledge, religion, tools, skills, methods, and there was like some promise in a particular area of your spirituality or your faith or your belief in something in particular. It's feeling more spiritually based as of the moment, but there's something about that. There was a positive beginning of something, or at least the initial thought of it, or the prospect of it was within yourself, like generally felt good, like something that would have been a positive thing for you to do. I don't know why my words are all jumbled right now. But there's something about this vulture in the center here, you know, about this depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you, and then frustration. And this all like bookmarking the faith and frustration. So I'm curious if this, let's say hypothetically, you were going to, let's say, try this new form of yoga. Okay, let's just go simple. This new form of yoga, and you finally found the right teacher for you that teaches this particular style of yoga that you've been looking for in your town, your city for so long. And then maybe you go to like the first I don't know, class, or there's a consultation or something like that. And then something just sort of feels not right. That's what this feels like. Something feels not right and you can't quite put your finger on it. That's what I'm sort of feeling. And then it leads you into this sort of frustrated energy and, again, strong emotion. And it's this weird thing of, I'm not, because something that you love, but the energy around it is spiteful or greedy or something like that. And all you've been looking for is to find sort of this comfort, this ease, this, again, this teacher of sorts. I don't think it's, again, this is the metaphor I mean, like that teacher of sorts. Like whatever this emotion is behind, which we'll figure it out. But I mean, what I'm getting so far, that's what this energy so far feels like. All right, Spirit, these already been shuffled before I turn on the camera for you guys. Let's figure out what consciousness is about. We have the Emperor. The High Priestess. Eight of Swords. And the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So my loves of 𝗏1, your consciousness here, again, this talks about, look, this teacher, this ruler, this leader of some kind, spirituality, again, when it comes to the High Priestess. There was this leveling up, this awakening of some kind, a mastery on some level, and they're pointing out the chess piece in particular. And again, it was reminding me of finding that piece, you know, that particular teacher, that metaphor I gave you, that particular type of yoga teacher. And there was, like, again, good news surrounding this energy. But then again, like, underneath faith, you have the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. It's like something that you might be in your mind for, or maybe feels... Oh, interesting. They gave me the word trapped, that you might feel trapped within this particular faith or belief. I'm hearing that your spark is being dimmed by that environment or that encounter. Some of the things that you heard were just, it didn't fit with you. This is interesting. That came out of nowhere. Give me a second, 𝗏1. Maybe they're also saying there's something about your intuition in the moment of you finding or being happy about this thing that you found, or, you know, the key or the solution to the inquiry. Maybe you weren't heeding some of your own intuition because you were so excited to find it also. That's interesting. Let's get some more to get the full picture now. Oh, frustration. We have the Six of Pentacles. I'm only going to take the first one that flipped out. And then Judgment. This is the King of Wands. So for comfort, I just heard I didn't get what I paid for. That was the one thing I just heard right now. Don't know what that's about, but let's see. We have the Chariot. This all feels very fitting. Yeah, it's like this, they keep bringing me back to this paying thing. I didn't get what I paid for, and now I'm moving away. I've like, there's something about it that you let go of. Like lies. You moved forward from, not let go of. I'm curious if Spirit gave you this particular opportunity or this situation for you to see something about your own personal power and your worth. excuse me, more so your ability. Sure, worth, it's involved, but it's more so your ability. I'm hearing there's a level of mastery that you can only be taught from. So what the example, excuse me, why they've given me that phrase is in essence of, I feels like whatever thing, again, teacher thing, whatever thing that you found, whatever this is for you, it's almost as if they're describing it to me as their understanding of whatever this area of spirituality, faith, idea, etc. was, that it is still a limited capacity to what they can absorb based off of their own timeline, journey, etc. Not to say that what they're offering may not be helpful, it's just, it's not necessarily helpful for you. Example, it's almost like getting taught English from an 8th grader that's well educated, there's nothing wrong with that, but their capacity for majority of them and their exposure and experience is still limited. It doesn't mean that their judgment isn't sound. It's just not necessarily going to help the 30-year-old, you know, that's already been through all of that, that just wants to, like, do you get what I'm trying to say? I hope that metaphor was horrible, but you know what I mean? Like, this is what this feels like. Their level wasn't at a placement that you could actually really gain from. And I feel like your spirit kind of knew that going in. But again, like I said, because of the speciality of what this was, you were just excited to find it. And again, within whatever this interaction was, or this metaphorical class that you went to, again, that saying that I heard was, I didn't get what I paid for. But you realize something about yourself and how you may have been, I don't know, maybe just blinded to the opportunity or by the opportunity instead of looking at some of the details. That's a possibility. Either way, you have moved forward, as they said, and moving towards, there you go, the Hermit. And I was hesitant to say, because when I was talking about value, I was like, it feels almost like you could have been the teacher of this particular thing, and you're still looking for a teacher. That's what I wanted to say, and this is what this Hermit is making me feel like. You going towards yourself, going within, or studying more, or whatever the case is, learning more about it, so maybe that you can be that teacher. Maybe there isn't anybody. Maybe that is that niche. Again, this is all a metaphor, right? So whatever this is encompassing for you, this is sort of where you're coming from, my love, my pile ones. And if this part resonates for you, then this is your pile. All right, folks, let's get moving on. All right, so we are starting off then with these bad boys. I said this wasn't gonna be a long reading. I totally lied. Okay, so over consciousness, we have Pisces, the mystic. I'll show you in a second. And over faith, all right. So over consciousness, we have Pisces, the mystic. And then over faith, we have Mars, action. Oh, I hope they said do them all first. I was about to start talking. Okay, over frustration, Mercury, communication. And over comfort, we have Chiron, healing. Look at this. All right, okay, I'm going to go into the tarot first and then piece these together. So, Two of Pentacles. No! I'm just in an awkward setup, so it's really difficult for me to pick up cards while filming without cutting through and just ruining, hence why I usually just don't live shuffle. It's not that I don't like it, it just, my cards always pop all over the place. Like they fly across the room very often and almost always. So, all right. So we have the Two of Pentacles. And then we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. You can still see that. Cute. Page of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So let's find out the good news, my friend. This is what this is about. Okay, so I'm sorry, I was just so enthralled with what's going on the board here. So many pretty colors. Okay, so what I'm feeling here when it comes to this good news area, again, this is leaning to this energy I was feeling about you stepping more into a leadership role when it comes to your own spirituality or spiritual leadership of some sort. This Pisces mystic energy, this spiritually, emotionally, enigmatic type of energy, again with this consciousness, this high priestess, very much fitting, but it's talking about this balancing out from past disappointments, right? Head over heart, the thing that you just went through. So we're already healing this, balancing out those energies of whatever it is that you discovered within that particular journey of why this good news is coming in for you in this particular area. Then we have Mars with action, and I actually like Pisces and Mars, to be honest. I like that energy, and I think this is a really good like emotional drive or a spiritual push, an impulse, a courage, this force behind it with this Page of Pentacles to set out in towards something, like they said, moving forward. And that's moving forward again. It's like, again, when I talked about that greed, it's like less greed in some way, or less, again, there's something that you saw or heard or discovered during this time that you're like, I'm not going to do it this way. And this might be what's leading you into, back to the metaphor of you being that coach and teacher instead. That's what this is feeling like. It's like you're using your resources now in a different way, or the trajectory of where it's leading you is in a different polarity of some kind. So the partial part, before we get to the rest of it, of the good news coming in is action within the spiritual realm, within the forward motion of whatever has that you've come out of from the Hermit. Like whatever you discovered in this time, this is the action now of the past thoughts, the past meditations, the past understanding, the past knowledge. You're just trying to, it feels like you're about to step into full action. Like I feel like you've understood it, you get it, you know what you need to do, it's been healed. And I think it's more also too about building your own type of foundation. And I just heard, instead of hopping into someone else's. Interesting. All right, let's keep going. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. And the King of Wands. Well, it came out in this deck, see? Page of Swords. Interesting. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So my loves, with this Mercury communication, with the frustration, yes, again, about what was discussed, what you heard, how it was delivered, something like that. We've already discussed that, right? That was the main issue. So there's going to be a better way for you to communicate, to come out of the frustration, to come out of maybe, again, some of this greediness, this thievery, this energy that I was feeling, but also a better strategy moving forward with what you have discovered, with this action energy, that fire energy, a new type of passion moving forward that leads you into or back into a different type of delivering this spiritual healing. Again, it's a new layer to the healing that has already gone on over here. That's what it feels like when you get into this comfort, this Chiron healing energy that leads you into this Page of Swords. And this, what I feel more so than it being like left out with this, it's like the Page of Swords now is cutting through that deception. Maybe there is a lack mentality around money, or thinking that one can do it on its own, you know, without the backing or support system of some sort of financial backing, or again, family, something like that, you know. Maybe there is that. This part gets to get healed now, because you will be able to, again, you're taking action into what you feel is lacking in some degree, in some area of this spiritual exploration. So it feels like that Page of Swords just, it nips it out. It's curious about it now is what more I'm getting, you know? Curious about, why have I been living below myself, so to speak? Why have I diminished my ability to produce, create, and sustain? That's interesting. All right, then let's get some of these boys. So just gonna randomly pick for 1, 2, 3, these guys. Randomly, let's do a blue, a purple, blue. Okay. So it says, of course you will make mistakes, but the biggest one would be not to try. Look how perfect that is. You have nothing to lose. This thing you have been thinking about for a long time, just go for it. Better an oops than a what if. We are here to support you. Look at this, guys. Like, this is what I'm saying here. It's in action now, right? Oops. Then we have, no act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being this beautiful soul that you are. Look at this. So awesome. And then it says, when the world feels like it is coming crashing down around you, take that as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were. That Five of Pentacles energy. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path. Decide that this crisis will be a turning point that you have been waiting for. Like I talked about, cutting away of that, more curious about that lack mentality when it comes to some sort of, excuse me, stability within you. They're saying that you have to speak more clearly to yourself when it comes to affirming this belief within you. In other words, daily affirmations when it comes to abundance, root chakra energy. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so let's continue, my loverlies. So underneath the deck of our first one, we have the Nine of Wands, which I'm just going to take. This is going in the center energies, just so you know. The Nine of Wands. I'm going to put this bad boy here. And then underneath the other, oops. Underneath the Pulp Tarot, we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Is that correct? Am I holding it upside down? I lied. Six of Pentacles upright. That's my bad. Ooh, that's kind of nice though. So this vulture energy, more specifically, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Again, I think that someone against you, or what they're referencing, is yourself. You being against yourself, you not believing that you are able or capable in some way of doing this. You've already been through enough battles, seen a lot of things to finish what you started. You've already started on this journey, my love. You just keep going, and that balance will come back. That will be restored. You know, when it comes to the mentality, which is, again, how perfect that Five of Pentacles and ending energy over there. And you coming to the next card of balance. It's loverly. Loverly. Okay, then let us continue with, is this where we are? Are we with our charms at the moment? I think that's it. Yeah. Let's go look and see what's inside your bag. Oh, chums. Oh, let's do the angels first. We'll take 3 randomly first. So let's do 1, 2, and 3. Awesome blossom. What do we got? We have this picture. It's apples, green apples in particular, peeling them. I'm feeling a season change. I'm also feeling like a sweetness, but there's something else that I'm missing about this that I can't remember. I don't know if it's like a layer of a shell is being shed and the softness or the sweetness of what's within you is going to be shared. There's something about that type of energy, and I think that you would probably be around here. Then we have, this is perfect, we have disruption, the disruption rune, which again, this is what I feel this whole vulture type energy is. We have the stag, so a masculine energy might be very significant in what has gone on. We have the amethyst, again, with this psychic intuition energy, talking about communication. And it's talking about a big dream big, communication, big dream, you know, there is that there, beautiful. We got one of the star chakras, again, spirituality heavily based. They said divine song. Don't know if that's specific or significant for anybody, but that's how I saw it, divine song. Meaning, are you hearing the call? They could be communicating with you through song in particular. Sound healing might be also significant. Divine will also. Wow. Okay, amazing. Divine will, divine song. That's awesome. And then we have tie. T-I-E. Sorry, I'll show it to you. My apologies. I thought of a tie more than wearing a tie, just so you know. And I wonder what that is. That means something. I'll take some more time with that. And we also have the letter B. Bite. Ooh, take a bite out of this. There it is. Take a bite out of this, part 1. Bite it, eat it up. Oh, I love that. That's perfect. And then we have the arrow with this whole moving forward energy, of course, with that chariot. And then we have 3 numbers, and I'm using them how they're laid out. So it's 1, 6, 4. And we're going to look into the angel book for your messages for that. So my beautiful collective of part 1, the good news coming in for you is this process of you recognizing, or you actually, no, not even, it's of you going into it, like actually doing it. That's what this feels like. That's the good news, the urgent delivery from spirit. Like, you're going to be stepping into this energy, and this whole thing is transmuting as we speak, my loves. This is exciting. Authenticity, get it. Exploration, absolutely. And gratitude, freaking A. So, let's see what your angel number messages is for this beautiful good news coming into your life, pal 1. This is Kyle Gray's book for fun. It says, your angels are helping you to see from a higher perspective. Look at it, my friends. I didn't make this shit up. That's it, my lovely. Your angels are here. Authenticity, exploration, gratitude. Take a bite out of this. No act of kindness is ever wasted. Oh, I love it. I love it. Go for it. And again, they said that, right? Just do it. Just go for it. better an oops than a what if. Go for it. Take a bite out of it. You needed this disruption for this shift for you, my love. I really do think so. Anyways, let me know if this resonated. I thought this was really fun. I'm sending you so much love. I am so happy for your good news. Until next time, keep on in your lives. Ciao. All right, welcome my beautiful pal-2s. So let me give you the lowdown of how this reading is going to work. So the beginning portion is going to be sort of like your pile check-in. So the first set of cards that we're using will let us know sort of past energies, where you are, what particular area this will be where you're going to be receiving good news. Yeah, and the tarot will give us some more details about that, and then we'll keep moving, of course. All right, love, so the emotions behind your past energies or the area. Getting started anyways. Isolation. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Balance. Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Strength. Bird flying, news is on the way. And determination. Before we get into a pal-2, I actually forgot when I was clearing the cards and shuffling, pre-shuffling before we got ready for you guys, the Two of Cups showed up in here and another deck Jupiter showed up. So I'm curious if there's, like, again, reference to really great luck, but bonds, deep connection, choices made to be with one another, to be around one another. Can be love, but if we're talking about deep friendship with someone of the same sex, maybe it's going to lead to more. Who knows? But that was just a side note. Okay. So past energies, pal-2. It feels for me that you have come out of a period of isolation, or when you came out of a period of isolation, you were sparked with ingenuity, new ideas, a fresh start was available to you to sort of recreate balance back into your life. And it may have had a lot to do with a deep friendship with someone of the same sex for you that gave you the strength for you to carry on or to move forward or to come out or step out of this particular isolation. Maybe they provided that new start. And that news on the way, again, maybe that's the information you received from the friend, is positive, helpful, giving you motivation or determination to go after something, whatever this new creative idea is, this new venture, this new start. Yours is real straightforward, pal-2. Like, pal-1's was, I had to find so many metaphors to describe what I was feeling. Yours feels very clear, though. Okay, so I'm also getting a feeling, too, of there is a sense of waiting. Like waiting for the right time or waiting for the news to actually come to you is what I'm also feeling. Okay, let's get some more deets. For isolation, we have Temperance. I'm only going to take this one. It's the one that they highlighted in my eyeballs. And then we have Queen of Swords in the reverse. For balance, we have the Ten of Wands. And the Four of Swords. All right, so first off, for isolation, I'm feeling that this, again, trying to find this balance, this temperance, right? Within the self, trying to find clarity. What should I do to step out of an indecisive moment in time? That's what that isolation felt like. A lot of contemplation, but somewhat bitter about circumstances, but in the same vein, still thinking about how do I get out of the situation. Again, this new creative idea, this new venture, a fresh start. Again, it's like leaving the baggage, I feel, in particular with this depiction of the Ten of Wands. And that Three of Wands on its path. Sorry, guys. The three other wands on its path, you know? It's sort of leaving one area destination, leaving one area for a new destination. And this balance, again, there's a lot about, again, like I told you about, there's this waiting, right? This patience, because this temperance talks about, again, patience, waiting, balance. This Four of Swords is a meditative patience, waiting, balance. Also feeling a sense of initiation. That's what I just heard. I'm also feeling that there's something that your heart has been deeply attached to. This is interesting. I just heard following the path of your heart. Let's get some more so I can finish what's being shown to me here. With strength, we have the Five of Wands. That's so funny because before I picked up your deck, this card fell on the floor by itself. I love that. Oh, no. Nine of Swords. The Empress in reverse. I'm hearing so many things right now. You are fighting with a past disappointment, and that disappointment, you're fighting with your mind from over a past disappointment, You're still trying to find that strength to get out of the head or overthinking about a particular situation, which maybe that was the isolation of a particular thought that kept repeating. That's very probable for some. And then we have the King of Cups. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so my love, it feels like we talked about this conflict within your own mind. That's where most of the weight is. But I do feel like, oh, hold on. Okay, so they're saying to me now that they're trying to make it more concise. Sorry. They're saying to me now that you were trying to temper this intrusive thoughts from the jump within this isolation, okay? This is what this feels like. And a new idea sparked of how do I combat this, or how do I deal with this better? So you decided to take that to balance this out, to journey towards the self. You went inward, you went to meditate, again, it's a different form of isolation, but this was more introspective type of isolation. What you were looking for was the strength to compete and battle with your mind. That's what it was. It was like, how do I nip this type of thought process in the frickin' butt? I am determined to do this. I'm going to flip this perspective of myself, this beautiful, nurturing energy in the reverse with the King of Cups, this emotionally sound, emotionally intelligent, but still grounded and withholding to some degree. So I feel like it's almost like you're envisioning this Empress. If you can see the direction of the eye line as it's laid out, like, to me, even though his eyes are closed, it looks like he's angling towards her. That's what I see. And it feels like what this king is imagining, embracing, thinking of, meditating on is this energy of this fullness of you, the determination to come back into your full self. You know? So I feel in some degree this is where your good news is coming in. It's within this fight with the self, within the mind. It can be like mental areas of mental health that need more clarification or better tools or understanding of. It can be that also. Wow. Pile 2. Okay, let's get into what your actual blessing is. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, so over isolation. Oh, I'm taking this one first. We have numinous, the mysterious, or mystery, excuse me, and isolation. That's pretty fitting. And then for balance, we have sun, being. This is very fitting. Over strength. Wow, okay. Over strength. Wow. Mercury came out in the exact same position for pile 1. Different card, but exact same position for this card. Weird. And determination. You have the 11th house, the edge. I like that, I like that, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna get your tarot before I start chatting about it. Excuse me. Yeah, my apologies. So you have the High Priestess first. Cool. Too many. But it was 6 of Cups and Temperance again, by the way. Alright, then we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. Five of Swords. And then the Queen of Cups. I like. So first, before we continue, we have the numinous, the mystery. So again, this is what we've discovered in your isolation, the unknown, the psychic abilities, the cosmos, the universal truth, the oneness that you're seeking within. Enigmas, your intuition, and that coming out with the High Priestess, all fitting in the same realm. With the Page of Swords in reverse. And again, it does not feel like you are a novice to this energy or an amateur by any means, for one. 2, it can also mean that you are not trying to go at it very quickly, meaning like you're not trying to just pass through it. Again, there's a lot of sitting and waiting energy or meditative energy. And this is, again, it's just highlighted here is what I'm feeling with the balance and sun, with being, with this essence, this self-awareness, with this, you know, going into that 4 of Swords, that solitude, that heartbeat within, you know, following the path of the heart that leads to that comes out with the 5 of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Again, the conflict within the mind for you. We are finding that balance. And again, her face is awesome. Like, whatever it is that she's looking at, you're intrigued to know what she's watching. You know what I mean? And I feel like, again, this curiosity about the self, you know, of finding the solution, the balance within the mind, emotionally tending to it with the counterpart of the King of Cups, balancing out those emotions with the mind. What a gift. Dang. So, continuing. 5 of Cups in the reverse now. Yeah, I like it, I like it, I like it. Got a lot of 5s on the board, by the way. Lots of changes. Speaking of changes, the Tower. Yep. I love it there in that placement too. That's freaking awesome. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at you bossing up all elements. Look at this. Look at this. Woo! When I talked about partnerships in the beginning, side note, it's still in this energy here. Okay, my love. So you have Mercury with strength, which is strengthening your communication, your words, your analytical mind, your perceptions, your personal narrative, your vision, etc. And we're coming out with the Five of Cups in the reverse. Again, no longer emotionally burdened by this way of being. Unexpected epiphanies. This is what this feels like. It feels like an epiphany. Like you find the way to combat this particular communication barrier within yourself, the self-talk, the rapport you have with yourself that leads you to the edge. Ooh, love it. To the edge of you, my friend, to the edge of what you're seeking within new friendship dynamics, within your community, within your tribe, within the rebellious nature that you feel about, again, rebelling from the past version of self. That's what I'm getting at. And then we have here with the Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. Side note, when I said this, like using these energies, how you guys are opposite, same, this is you, both of you. Meaning your personal, your masculine, your feminine energy, both of you is what I mean. That this here is meditating this in, emotionally grounding this energy, and now you're coming into this, what this gift is for you, or this good news is for you, is that you're looking at this almost like smirking, like, I know how to do this now. And again, this is where I feel like you figure it out, but this figuring it out almost comes like out of the blue, where you're just no longer hurt. It's just like, bing, lightning, done. And now I merge together, side by side with myself, offering up to my masculine, almost like a thank you. Thank you for checking for me here, my masculine energy, so that I can come step back into my feminine energy and give and receive to you too. This is freaking awesome. I love this. Wow, 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 wow. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Amazing. Okay, so we're randomly going to take three of these bad boys for over the tea leaf cards. You want to take a purple, a blue, and a blue. All right, let's see what we got. It says, your time is coming, everything is coming together for you, but you must meet the universe halfway. Hold only a bright and happy vision of yourself with successful outcomes, and don't allow your fears or insecurities to stand in your way. Perfect. Love that. Center, it says, bigger and better experiences are coming your way. You may not be able to see it, but great things are coming together for you as you read this. As I read this to you anyways. Trust the process and let it unfold in divine timing. Move forward knowing that all is working out just fine. And then we have, when you continue to reminisce, replay, or hold on to what could have been, you continue to hold yourself in a place of resistance. This is what this was, and what you discovered before that isolation is what I feel. So I feel it says, let what was inspire a new way of living. That's exactly what you're doing. But don't allow it to limit and determine what can be, and you do not. It's just that reminder, you know, especially for that energy, just that reminder. Do not let it limit what you can be, and you don't. That's the good news, my love. That's the delivery from universe, that urgent delivery for you. I love that. Amazing. Okay, so let's get into your bag of charms after, but we're going to take three of these guys at random also. 1, 2. Oh, that's a lie. I have to do one more thing before we do that. 3. Almost forgot. Oops. So sorry. Hitting the camera. Okay, so before we get into that, the bottom of the deck energy for our first deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. And then underneath, for our second deck, we have, the Nine of Wands. Pawan also had that in the center, but in this deck, which is interesting. Okay, so my lovely, when it comes to this deep friendship with the same sex, also bigger and better experiences, this new fresh start, things working out just fine, keep going, finish what you started. Do not allow it to limit and determine what you can be. You know, that's freaking beautiful. Just to give you the extra little tidbit there. Alrighty, let's get into it. Your bag of charmies. Yeah. Alright, oopsies. Almost let the paper bag on fire. Oh my god, Lotus. Okay, first, we have the dolphin. Again, this kindness, this sweetness, this communication also. And then we have the breakthrough rune. And this is this energy here, that understanding, that breakthrough energy. Ooh, I love it, I love it. We have a blue button, clearing up this communication, understanding, attachments. Then we have no longer overpouring into things that do not serve you. This is all happening in that isolation energy. You have the raven, blackbird, crow. Again, to me, about spirituality, communication, ancestral help. Put that there. Then we have the emperor. And I think that's where you level up. I think I want to give this to this King of Cups over here. And then we have refusing to sink, anchoring in. Yes, this new belief system, this new understanding of self. Anchored, I like that. Then we have, I usually get the words or sentences on how I see them in this little box here. And I saw great me. You know, like there's a pride here that you will feel, you know, like so accomplished after what you've been through. ... To be continued. Abso-freaking-lutely. Anything else? An exclamation mark. Look at that. Like, boom, it's to be continued, and you don't even know what to expect. And I feel like this will be forever lasting, whatever forever means to you. The letters we have are A, O. I just heard boa or bow. B, A, O, U, R, and Q. I don't know why I heard Borat. That's hilarious. Maybe it's a joke for some of you guys. I'm also seeing boat, baroque. I know these, not all those letters are here. But these are the words that come up when I see the letters, is what I mean. But there is something here. I'm feeling like bragging rights. That's what I'm also hearing or seeing or getting. I'm also feeling a sense, again, I said pride, proud, bravo is also what I'm hearing. I just heard quest conquered. Ooh, nice. Okay, and you use those letters as you see, and I'm going to use the numbers as they're laid, and I'm seeing it as 65. So that's the angel number we're going to look up for you, my lovelies. So we have creativity. Yes. New creative idea. We've already talked about this. This is where you're finding it. The celebration, yes, of that new friendship, of that understanding, of moving through, communicating more clearly, tenderness, care. And then humor. Perfect. That's what everybody needs in life anyways. To be able to laugh at the past versions of self. Again, that's that smirk here. That face. Don't forget her face. All right, my lovelies. Let's see what number 65 says for you. Your finances are a reflection of your self-worth. Know that God sees you as deserving of blessings and harmony. Beautiful. And that's that King and Queen of Pentacles. I know why there were some references to 𝗏1, because some of theirs had to do with finances or the perception of how they viewed their finances. And this feels very fitting when it comes to that. But also, when it comes to the material realm is how I'm really seeing this besides just finances. Your finances are a reflection of your self-worth. And this self-worth energy with this Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, it's that same thing. I've conquered something about myself that I wasn't able to do prior. Period. You know, so, and now that's fully anchored in, deserving of blessings and harmony. Need I say more? No, I don't. That is so amazing, 𝗏2. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed the good news coming in for you. Talk about you have an extra surprise. There's something else in here, the letter C. Look at this, C was hiding. So, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, there's an extra celebration. There's an extra gift. So if you felt led to 𝗏1, I would suggest that you go and look at it. I don't think all of the messages are going to apply for you, but there are going to be some in there for you. If not, it doesn't really matter. And also, yeah, I don't know why Baroque keeps coming out very strongly for me. Maybe it's just about art or a time period for you that you're fascinated by, or maybe somewhere that Morocco, maybe somewhere that you'll be... Again, these words are just popping up. I'm also seeing Dracula for some. I don't know. There's certain things that are popping out. So maybe these words are significant to you, your personality, what's been going on, how you felt. I'm also seeing Brad. Wow, I need to stop. Okay, pile 2. I hope this was helpful. If it resonated in any way, please let me know. I am sending you so much love. Until next time, ciao. Welcome, my beautiful 𝗏3s. Okay, let me give you the lowdown of how this reading is going to go down. So we are starting off with past energies, meaning where you're coming from, giving us a preview into what area that you're going to be receiving good news in. They'll give us some context as to the emotions behind, some details from the tarot, and then we'll continue to find out what your actual good news is. All right, my lovelies, let's get started. We have anger, there we go. Purse, pay attention to your finances. Trust in the reverse. Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. This is so interesting, 𝗏3. You have mixed energies of 1 and 2. Love. Wall, misunderstanding. And then happiness in the reverse. Wow. You definitely have a mix or a progression of energies from 1 to 2. Very interesting. Okay, so what I'm feeling most prominently is that this purse can have to do with your actual finances, but what I'm feeling it more of is in your material world, in your physical reality. So I feel like there has been or was anger about a particular investment, whether that be actually finances, time, resources of some kind, and your trust was misused. And it may have been also in a spiritual field. It can be that you were more aware now of this type of energy so that it will no longer affect you moving forward, but there was some sort of situation that happened that it almost feels like you got duped or robbed in a sense. Robbed of your money, robbed of your time, robbed of a resource, robbed of something. And it was something that you were very heavily invested in, or you had a lot of intention towards making it bigger, stronger, expanding it in some way. And again, another misunderstanding or a continuous misunderstanding of what this is. This is what this feels like, a continuous flow that didn't lead ultimately to the place where you were hoping this would have gone when you first initially invested in whatever this was. So with this torch being in the center with spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding, I feel like that's sort of like your epiphany moment of maybe whatever the misunderstanding was on their end or even on your end of maybe assuming something meant something else. You know, it's almost like attention and intention were different, or they are different, but you know what I mean? It's almost like they gave the right attention, but the intention wasn't there. And your intention was there and the attention. You know what I mean? Like there's something about that. Let's get the details. Let's find out what that something is. Okay, with anger, you have the Eight of Cups. First one. We have the Empress in the reverse. With trust. Ooh. I will take them because I see them all, but this is the order they want. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Ace of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, my love, so again, it feels like when this situation happened, this anger, it split something, like it was a divide of some kind, either that being within, again, a divide of your money, your time, a person, a thing that was not as bountiful as you were anticipating when you invested in it. How the trust was broken was the stability or the foundation of it was unfounded in some way. There was a lack of truth when it came into the long-term investment of whatever this was. That's what I'm feeling so far. Seven of Pentacles. Telling you. Three of Cups. Oh man, pile 3. This almost feels like a little bit of a backstab. Like something that you had worked on, possibly with 2 other people. They sort of, part of my language, they fucked you over. And again, I think it does include your money. But it would, like say for example, it could have been you, like 3 of you, you and 3 of your friends, or you and 2 of your friends decided to open up some sort of spiritual center, like an example, you know? And you found the location. This is giving me a deja vu. You found the location, you found the right people, or you were investing into the right people to be employed under this facility, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know? And what I feel that all the hard work and the planning that you would put in, like, it almost feels like 2 of them, like, took off with your shit. Like, your money with the idea. Something happened. And you got blindsided, or there was a miscommunication of some sort, where one person thought something meant something else. Or somebody deliberately tried to dupe you. We have the King of Wands, excuse me. King of Cups, Ace of Cups, Six of Swords, that was. Yeah, this is what I'm feeling. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, okay, so 100% is what this feels like for me. It's like again, the love, the support, the trust, man, the trust that you had. Like I said, they fucked you over, or they broke your heart in a sense. You know, that's what this feels like. And the happiness of what could have been is no longer. Like, you have to walk away. Like, the burden of this, not have to, but this is what this energy feels like for you. You feel like you have to walk away from this, even though you don't want to, because it's almost like I have to just cut my losses. Wow, I'm not sure if you're wanting to even fight for it. Like, I think you're more hurt than wanting to fight for it, to be honest. Yeah, they ended up creating this sort of barrier, again, this separation between you and the thing. But it's almost like they fed you a bunch of falsities in some way, or just tried to, it's almost like love bomb you in whatever area this was. Like, let's say it's the same example I gave of opening up a spiritual center of some kind. They're like, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. We're going to be, this is good. These are the investors we have. Look at this person who's going to be teaching this class, da 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 da. Like, everything was hyped up, you know? And obviously you feeling like this was a part of the plan. It was a part of the plan. And again, this is the energy that's tripping me up. It's this working at something, planning, and these Three of Cups. It's like, I know it's not in reverse, but there's something about this, because how I'm seeing these cards today is these two energies here. On the right is the first time I saw, it felt like this person is pulling this one this way, and her hand was about to let go of this energy. And it's the only one that has that tattoo on the back, that symbol. And I'm feeling that that's you. You know, my love, like, it almost is like you were actually I don't want to say entirely, but I would say, like, for lack of a better explanation, mostly the brains of the operation. And it's almost like okay, let me put it this way, like the brains of the operation, maybe marketing, and this would be like the finances of, like, everybody had their role to play and it all benefited each other. That's why this was going to grow into something magnificent. But there was something that got in the way. Something got in the way, whether that be greed, whether that be something else, whether that just be a mistrust, or a misuse, lack of communication, we're not sure. Wow. So if this feels like your energy or what's been going on, then my pile 3, this is for you. Let's get into what your actual good news is. Dang, pile 3. All right, for anger. I'll get 2 first. Okay, so for anger, you have 8th house, intimacy. Sorry. Over trust, you have Gemini, the butterfly. Over love, you have Leo, the lover. Oh man. Maybe it was a romantic partner too. Like, I'm not sure. It doesn't feel so much as a romantic partner, but I do feel like they could be involved in some way. And then for happiness, we have ascendant outlook. So, good news. All right, I'm going to get the tarot first before I start chatting away. Ace of Pentacles. Holy, this is definitely about your investments for sure. I know I said that it could be just material, but I think it translates into material, but it has a heavy emphasis on your money. You have so many Pentacle cards here. Like 1, 2, that's just 2, dry. I don't know why. Maybe it just feels extra pentacle-y for me. Oh, 4. 3 of them, my bad. 1, 2, 3. Well, technically 4. Jokes. No! That was the King of Cups. I will be right back. Partial reasons why I hate shuffling live is because my setup is very awkward, like from where I'm sitting to the camera. And anything over this side, on the floor, it's just difficult. So my cards always fly. Anyways, I don't mind that they fly. It's just when I'm filming, it's difficult. Then we have the Ace of Swords. Top card, they said. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, my love. So good news coming in. When we talked about, like I said, this has something to do with the investment, something that you invested in, or again, finances. This 8th house of intimacy also talking about your friendships, love, right? Your investments, the intensity, contracts, the 8th house, your capital, secrets, mysteries, mystery. So there's something that hasn't been told to you. Again, like I said, you were duped somehow. Inheritance, the underworld energy, you know, that scorpionic energy. And then you have with the anger, or coming up over the anger. So this is what I'm feeling here. You're going to find the answers to some of the mysteries that had happened when you got angry about this situation. This opportunity that was not honored, or this contract that was not honored. It's like you have come to a mature understanding of what has happened or what has gone on, or strictly just radical acceptance. And then over the trust with the Gemini, it emphasizes back to, again, this social energy of communication, of talking, of lack of clarity of some kind, of collaborations, of connectedness, you know? But when it comes to your good news or your blessing or your delivery that Spirit wants, is this, that you're going to have better communication, better trust in this area, more connectedness, like I said, more variety, more versatility. And then again, you have the Ace of Swords that double down here twice. You find actual clarity when it comes to where your money is going, or how you get yours back. It's something along those lines. Either you get something back, or you start something else again. And I'm leaning more to that because of the fact that they're bringing me back to this energy of you being the brains of the operation. It's like I can always replant this in a different way. The marketing or the finances, I can always find somebody else to do that. But initially, the most important thing is the idea. And I am the idea. That's what I'm feeling. So I think you're coming into that understanding of, fine, you want to plagiarize, you want to take my shit? Fine, I'll come at you with something else, new opportunity that's emotionally more mine, clarity in how I move forward with it, and being more cautious of who I invest with or trust in the information that I want to share with the world. Wow. Two of Swords, sorry. Two of Swords. Oh. 10 of Pentacles. Nice. Getting that again. See, again, it's something about taking it back or getting it back, you know? If there was something like justice or judgment, or I would say then this was like legally you going after it in that sense, but it doesn't feel like that for me right now anyhow. It feels like you come to trust in the intuition, trust in the understanding and the knowing, but using the knowledge from the past experience to recreate your own legacy and abundance. And there's something about, it's not necessarily doing it on your own, but those other two people, if I got the number correctly, the other people involved will not be involved in this new process, or energies that are similar to theirs. There's just a little bit more of a guarding around personal creativity, you know, until it's ready to be launched, or until you know that, you know, you might have to write up a contract before, even if it's friends. You know, like there's something about that you really learned a practical lesson from being hurt and duped by people you trusted. Yeah, 8 of Cups. I feel that, you know? I feel that. Yeah, man, look at this. Look at this. And I think this is perfect for the end here, you know? Because again, figuring out how I'm going to create my own legacy, walking away from this type of energy to step into my doing power, that Capricorn energy of hard work, achievement, success, family, stability, a tenacity also. And again, back to a type of love, an obsession with what you're doing or what you're trying to create. I think this is in the most healthy way, because you have the ascendant, and sorry, I didn't talk about the Leo, the lover here. Again, something that you really care about, this expansiveness you wanted to do, this creativity, this playfulness, this extroversion, excuse me, this the extracting of what you want to create. You know, this juiciness, this trusting energy of newness, you know, that leads you into this ascendance, a new outlook on how I have to go about it. I don't think they're saying it in like going about it in a devilish way, being cutting corners, being, you know, manipulative. That's not what I'm feeling from this devil. I'm feeling I'm walking away from this energy of what I thought I could trust, stepping into my power. Like in the essence of I am the one that's going to be in control of what I'm choosing to do with my own creative input. Which again lends to the outlook, this new perspective, this new mission statement, the attitudes in which you're changing, the likenesses in which you're trying to mimic or produce in some way, the approach, the impact you want to have. My loves, this is huge, huge. Amazing. Okay, so we're going to take these 3 of these at random for over the tea leaf cards. I'm going to say I want something in here. Blue. Let's get this purple. And this one. All right, let's see what they have to add, my loves. So it says, every situation in life is temporary. So when life is good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. And when life is not so good, remember that it will not last forever and better days are on the way. This is totally where you are. You know, that understanding, that clarity of getting through it. I know that you are. Next message, especially with Torch. What is meant for you won't pass you by. You will never have to force something that is truly meant to be. Trust in the perfection of divine timing and allow your life to unfold as it should. Whatever comes, let it come. Whatever goes, let it go. Brilliant. And then, the past is behind you now, so drop the fears and doubts, even though you may feel a little uncomfortable at the moment and slightly anxious over what is coming next. You are being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. Your recent prayers have been heard and you are currently being worked on. And they are currently being worked on, excuse me. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love that. Underneath the deck energy of your first. Speaking of judgment, didn't I just talk about that? There we go. Judgment, a new opportunity for something. And I feel this is like spiritual judgment more so than the law of what I was talking about. But this also can deal with legalities, you know, of what might be happening since this was the past energy. And then underneath the other deck, ooh, nice, is the Queen of Swords. Dang it. Apologies. Is the Queen of Swords. Yes, clarity, my friend. Straight clarity of knowing where one is going, what direction one wants to lead, what the plan is. I love that. So that seems to be like what your blessing is, my love. Like you're going to be starting a new thing if you haven't already, or you're going to be more confident to go about it more fully, be more conscious of the people who you share your creativity with and the projects that you want to bring into this world. Amazing. Let's get a look and see what's in your bag of charms for your good news. You guys got a lot, pile 3. All right, let's see what we got here first. We have the twin crystals. Okay, so it's probably going to be with one other person as opposed to 2. That's what I'm feeling here. You have the parrot and the grapes here, and it makes me think of sweet communication. That's what I'm feeling here. I'll put that with Gemini. The moon and stars, I'm feeling cycles, the fire and passion to keep going. A continuous cycle, but this one is different. Like you're emerging out of a cycle that you had been going through emotionally, and it has something to do with not allowing yourself to be seen or shining bright enough. Again, part of the lesson, the practical lesson that you learned by being duped by people that you've trusted. You know? I'll just put these all over here. And then we have, it is impossible to please everybody. Please yourself first. Oh shoot, I can't even show that. Trust me, that's what it says. Okay. Then you have initiation. Yeah, you are absolutely initiating into this new role. Then we have good luck for you with the 4-leaf clover. I just heard Erykah Badu's "Catch my 4-leaf clover, maybe we get over." Sorry about my voice, but that's what I just heard. Great, poof, wishes granted. I'm telling you, this is all really, really great. We have tonight, what's the, oh, see, I go in the order of what I see. It's almost like a seal of approval is what I'm getting. It's like you're kissing, like the kiss of not the kiss of death, but it maybe, oh my God, maybe that might be like the kiss of death for them, being not for real, literally the death, but like the kiss of like goodbye, bitches, you know, part of my language. But I'm more so feeling like this is like a seal of approval. Tonight it's getting sealed. That's what I've heard first anyways. And then haven't, oh, I heard haven't been happy. Interesting, and that's going with that happiness in the reverse there, yeah? Haven't been happy for a bit. Oh, I feel for you, my loves. Interesting that you guys got the key. I'm the only one that got like an actual big thing. And this is talking about, especially when I gave the reference of spiritual center. Again, there's something that you're opening up for yourself now. There's, again, it doesn't have to be the example I gave. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying there's something that there's a new opportunity for you to step into, which you are. Again, that's the good news. Then you have the arrow. Moving on up. The letters you have are X. Oh, mix. You have mix. M-I-X. Beautiful. Mix it up is what I just heard. Oh, and there was like this, what is this? This Gemini energy, this versatility, this collaborative energy, this flexibility. That's that mix it up. That's what I'm getting here. Mix up all of what you've learned and create something different. Interesting. And you guys only got one number, spiritual number 7, and we'll look that up for you, which is interesting. Pile 3 got 3 numbers. Pile 2 got 2 numbers. Excuse me, Pile 1 got 3 numbers. Pile 2 got 2 numbers, and Pile 3 you got 1 number. Interesting. Okay. All right, my lovelies. So this says your first is courage. That's right. Courage to go after this. Courage to keep going. Inspiration. You are the inspiration. Inspiration will strike too, again, if it hasn't already. And then harmony. Yeah, that's exactly what you're stepping into. Going into a harmonic resonance for you, my love. For you. That's beautiful. And to close it off with your angel number 7. The energy of magic is surrounding you. Align your thoughts with the highest. Pretty straightforward, right? Align your thoughts with the highest. You are protected. We already know this here. So look at all this luck. Like I said, there's so much luck here. So much. So my beautiful collective, the good news coming in for you is that you are going to step into building what was stolen from you technically and doing it better. Quite literally. So I say, no matter with that, ain't nobody got time for shady bitches. Leave them a be. And again, there's just a mix-up of energies. Maybe that might be too many female energies that were involved. It could be mixing it up of dynamics, of backgrounds, of economic standings, etc. There could be that kind of mix that's needed to create more of a fuller picture of what you're actually wanting to create. Anyways, my love, please let me know if this resonated. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time, keep watering your lives. Ciao.